Hello guys, my name is Zubenathi Mkondo and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to those that are returning subscribers to my channel. Thank you guys. I think we're on 491 subscribers. Road to 500 subscribers. And also a special welcome. Wow, a special welcome to those that are on my channel for the first time. You know what? To become part of the family, it's quite simple. Just press that red button there and it's free and it's done. You're part of the family. So guys, as you can see from the title of this video, today's video is all about lockdown lessons. From what have you learned from this lockdown, to is there anything that you feel like you would change? Do you feel like there's anything that you would change? And also, what have you started doing that you didn't do before, like before the lockdown? And you know guys, there's so many people now that have started YouTube channels, that have started businesses during this time, that have started IGTVs, that are much more active, mostly on social media, obviously, okay? Because like we can't go out, we can't like go do other things outside and whatever, you know. If you're not essential services, you have to really just stay at home at all times. So what have you started during this lockdown, or what are you planning to start even maybe after the lockdown? And yeah, what are you planning on? What's the first thing you're planning on doing after the lockdown? We're talking about all productive things, of course, not like I'm planning to go and get an ice cream or whatnot, but in terms of your goals and productivity, what are you planning on doing? What's the first thing you're planning on doing after the lockdown is over? And yeah man, because it's actually such a time of introspection, because like most of the time you're sitting alone or you're sitting with your family, and yeah, there's a lot of quiet time with some, maybe there's a lot of TV time for some, and game time for some, or yeah, you know, there's a lot of things that you can actually do, but other people are actually like bored because they're not used to being in a confined space or confined area and whatnot. Yeah, it's tough times guys, because yeah, as some say, tough times are lasting in this moment basically guys. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So guys, honestly, like on an honest note, when this, like, I think I'm not the only one that felt this, but anyway, like when the president obviously announced that there was going to be 21-day lockdown in South Africa, it was like, okay, whoa. Firstly, I was honestly anxious during that time. For me, it was starting to get so serious, because I won't lie. At first, I didn't take it that seriously, because I was just like, okay, like I feel like everyone's just taking it as a joke, and like South Africa was just like memeing about coronavirus the whole time, which they haven't stopped even now. But like it was such a funny thing, and yeah, Shem, like I didn't, like, that's my confession, I didn't take it seriously at first, and I regret not taking it seriously at first. But then I was just like, as time went by, I actually got so anxious and I got so scared, because nyani guys, like you never know what can happen, and life is actually really, really too short, you know. So when the lockdown started, I was just like, hey, I wonder again, how's this gonna happen? Because staying at home for 21 days, guys, is not a joke. Like, you don't just get that unless maybe it's like December holidays and whatnot. You understand that it is April. It was the end of March, but it's April now. Like you never get a holiday that long anyway during this time. Do you get what I mean? So I was like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna happen, you know. But yeah guys, I've actually learned quite a lot of stuff, and I thought I would share it with you guys. I know has it been 3 weeks? I don't even know guys, what's the day today? I don't even know. Oh, it's actually Saturday today, so I'm shooting this video on Saturday the 18th of April. I don't even know what day it is today guys, because every day is a weekend in lockdown basically. But guys, in short, what I've actually learned during this lockdown is to not take things for granted. And I think I had asked a question, I posed a question on my IG and WhatsApp, on asking people what have they learned during this lockdown, any lessons that they'd like to share. And there was actually particularly one person that talked about how they took things for granted, and they're like, I'm never taking my family for granted, I'm never taking anything for granted, because now literally you're confined in one space and there's absolutely nothing you can do. Do you get what I mean? If you took someone for granted which you don't live with right now, or if you took your job for granted, if you took any opportunity that you had in front of you for granted, like at this current moment, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, you know. You can just only hope that, okay, after the lockdown, I still have an opportunity, I still have a chance to go make up for it, or go grab that opportunity, and really just praying to God that that's still, like, it's still available, you know. So yeah, that's one of the things I've also learned, is that to not take things for granted, to not take my family for granted, which has been really highlighted to me, to appreciate my family in all their flaws and all my flaws, you know, to appreciate each other, because all we have is each other, because this time is family time. And literally, I don't think, like, most people right now, especially people that are in varsity or already working, people went back home and whatnot. They haven't been at home for such a long time, but at the same time, like, you are literally forced to be with your family, and it just takes you back to think of how they literally will always be there. They were there in the beginning, they'll be there in the end, type of thing. Just really feel so sad for those that are really in abusive homes or in abusive relationships, and they have to really bear with that, like, during this time. And I really it's really not a nice situation, you know. But that's one of the things that I've learned, to not take my family for granted, to not take opportunities for granted, because you never know, guys, what can happen, because none of us actually anticipated this was gonna happen, actually, to even be this long, you know. Another thing that I've learned, or what I've started doing, I'm just gonna really bounce here and there, is to be productive, because we waste so much time, guys, on a cell phone. Like, we waste so much time on our cell phones and on social media, on being unproductive. And I'm not saying that I'm off social media or anything like that, but we end up not being productive, or we end up not starting what we were supposed to start. So I've been really sparked with a lot of, like, ideas, business ideas, even YouTube ideas and whatnot. And I was actually really motivated to kind of start with my YouTube channel again, because I had, like, such a long break. I was really demotivated, and this was a time of introspection. It was a time of, it's now or never, and, like, you're literally forced to have ideas, to be creative and whatnot. And shout outs, guys, to those that started their YouTube channels this year, you're in this lockdown, to those that started their podcasts, that started whatever that they said, I am starting right now. Big ups to you, and I'm so proud of you, and I really wish you all the best. Anything that I'd change, I don't think I'd change anything. Like, for me, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like, God knew that this time was going to happen, and I feel like if we take it as if, like, oh gosh, it's such a miserable time, I can't do this, I can't do that, like, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. But what are you doing with the current situation that you're in? What are you doing? When are you just complaining about what you don't have, what you can't do, how and why you can't have it? Like, that's literally not gonna help, like, at all, you know. So it's all about using what you have at your disposal, and also just starting with whatever you have, you know. If you have a business idea and whatnot, maybe you can start just jotting down in what you're planning on doing and whatnot, you know. If you're a YouTuber, one of the things that I've started doing also is just jot down some ideas, give direction in terms of me, what niche, like, what's my niche, like, on YouTube, and what am I looking to do in the future, and also what would I like doing in terms of branching out and whatnot, you know, because you mustn't confine yourself as a person and whatnot, you know. But this is really such a perfect time for all of those things. What am I planning on doing different after the lockdown? What am I planning on doing different after the lockdown? Definitely like to stop wasting time and procrastinating, because literally we've been given so much time to just sit, you know. So now, like, I never know what's gonna happen. I never know, because guys, like, people die every day. I might die any day, and I'm not saying that I'm going to die or anything like that, but you just never know what's gonna happen, guys. If you love with all your heart, like, literally, if you give with all your heart, whatever that you're doing, yeah, basically that's what I'm gonna do different, to do things with all my being, basically, you know, and give my best in everything, you know, excellence, you know, strive for excellence and do the best that I can, and definitely leave God, like, to do what I can't do, you know, because he gives me power to do even what I can do. Basically, he gives me strength. So to rely on God actually for everything, you know, and anything. And yeah, man, guys, I just want to hear from you guys as well. What are lessons that you have learned during this time? What would you change? And also, what have you started doing that you didn't do before, and what do you plan on doing different after the lockdown, or what are you planning on starting after the lockdown? Because I know that something has been sparked in you during this time, and I don't want you to neglect it. I don't want you to procrastinate about it. I don't want you to be like, oh no, whatever. No, just do it, honey. Like, you've got the power in you, and you've been convicted with this, like, for such a long time. Just do it. So let's just end that video, this video right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching my this video, and don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to become part of this family. Don't forget also that we are on our way to 500 subscribers, and hopefully soon we'll be on our way to 100. Guys, we'll be on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support, guys, and always watching. Hope you guys have a lovely time with your families or whoever you're with during this lockdown. Love you guys so much. Until next time.